Good afternoon.
Hello, everybody.
We are here for another Fun Fact Friday, and we are out in the Howard Family Cemetery right now. Luckily, we're above ground.
We're above ground, right?
And what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I just want to start by reiterating some things that we said in one of the other Fun Fact Fridays. These small grave markers here are markers from my great-grandparents' children. There were 8 children buried here. They had 12 children total. But we're going to talk a little bit about small grave markers.
But there are 8 because there were...
There's a marker on each, an inscription on each side of the marker.
It's harder to read this side, but there
Right.
we go. Yep.
But there are 8 children buried here. And if you look over here, there are 2 markers at the foot of the grave. And these are footstones for the grave. So that's why there are 2 footstones for every gravestone. And if you look around in graveyards on Ocracoke, you'll often see footstones. There's one over here. This one actually goes with Reverend Weitch's marker. So he's buried in here. And that one is the footstone for my great-grandfather, James Howard. Can you see the front of that marker? It's much more interesting on that side.
It's a little hard to read right now. We've got, maybe in the comments, we'll post a picture of, there. You can kind of read it there, James W. Howard. We've got a grave rubbing of this one, and maybe we can post a picture of that
That'd be
in the
great.
comments.
And interestingly, I'm not sure exactly why, but a lot of the markers on Ocracoke, the inscriptions are facing away from the grave. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So here's his footstone, and there's my great-grandmother's, Zilphia's, footstone. And so we're going to walk around the graveyard a little bit.
With this light, it's hard to read, but...
They're all hard to read
Yep.
in this light. We'll walk around the graveyard a little bit to see some of the other footstones. And you'll notice this one has Reverend Weitch's initials, Lawrence Olin Weitch. So that's on there. I don't know if you can, and that one's JWH. And that's
Z.
Zilphia.
Oh,
I can't remember what her middle name was, but
looks like
G,
an E or
G
G.
And Howard, right? And then when I was walking out here one time with Blanche Howard Jolliffe, I saw this marker here, and I said, Blanche, what is that for? There's no headstone to go with it, and it looks like it's concrete. And she got a big smile on her face, and she said, oh, she said, that's where I buried my cat.
So we put the cat down.
The cat
Statuette.
statuette.
We put that there after we found out that Blanche had put
That
her
was
cat
Blanche's
there.
cat. But if we walk around here, you'll see more footstones.
Some of them, like that one, are low to the ground, just kind of...
That's Stacy Howard, Stacy Wilson, and this one is Elizabeth Balance Howard.
And they are the ones who built the house that Blanche lived in, right? Stacy Howard? That was Blanche's dad.
Yeah, Stacy Howard.
Yep. So that's the house that we're currently
That's
in
correct.
the process of trying
and
to
there's his
restore.
marker there,
And this was facing out, like you said, a lot of them
away from the grave.
are. So that's their graves right there. Not everybody has a footstone, though.
No, they don't all have footstones. And some of these markers have been replaced. These were probably wooden markers originally for Solomon and Love Howard. And Blanche had those put there because she knew where the graves were, but we didn't install footstones.
And you know, I love walking into the graveyard, but I also am always reminded what my granddad told me.
Oh, go ahead.
He always said, don't step on the gravesite. He said, because if you do, they're going to reach up out of there and grab hold of you and pull you down in. So I usually take quite large steps over top of where folks are buried, or I go around the edge of that, like I'm going to do right now.
Here's another one, Preston Jewel Garish. That's his marker. That's the footstone.
And for those of you who have come to the island for years, you might remember hearing Jewel sing at the Ocracoke Opry or with Martin over the years. He did a lot. He was a lovely singer.
He especially enjoyed singing the song about the Governor Edward Hyde,
Hyde.
the ferry to Swan Quarter.
And we have a whole string of footstones here.
Right here, right? And all these are the footstones for the graves over here.
So that's just something to think about when you're on the island and wandering around. We've got a lot of graveyards to look at and to ponder about, wonder what types of lives those people led. And then now you know what the stones, the small stones are. They're not necessarily children.
Some are, but most of them are footstones.
So,
Okay?
thank you guys for joining us.
Bye now.